boys, I have not done a budget beast video in at least, I think, 2 months. And I don't like doing them too often because I don't think budget cards get too insane. I think most cards are normally like 150 to 200k range. But I increased our budget a little bit today. Every card today will be under 150k. I think that's a good budget to have, especially in March. I mean, we are pretty far into the year cycle. 150k you can get pretty easily by grinding and whatnot. And also, you're splurging. These cards are going to play on your team for a little bit anyways. These are actual pretty good budget beasts compared to the last time I did this video. But if you guys enjoy videos like this, I do top 10s, I do gameplays and all the brand new cards, I do everything Madden Ultimate Team. And make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe. We are pushing 50k subscribers, man. And let's just jump right into it. If you are looking for cheap, fast Madden coins to build that God Squad you always wanted, head over to my sponsor EasyMut and use code SHOE for 5% off your order. The link is in the description. The first guy I got here today is actually a card that just came out. So the more and more Thursday content, or the promo content, I guess you could say, there's a lot of cards that are lower overalls that typically get good budget beast cards. And like I said, we're staying under 150k. We're gonna have some cheaper than this price. We're gonna have some close to that 150k marker, but all similar range. Marquise Brown is actually the only card under 150k that is 97 speed. He is very good. He also gets every single theme team in the game. This is by far the best wide receiver you can get for this budget, unless you're looking for a little bit more height. But at the end of the day, I personally think the smaller guys run better routes. I use Braxton Berrios right now. I love Tyreek Hill cards. I think if you're coordinating good routes, these guys are still very good. And like I said, you can get them to 99 speed if you're running any sort of budget theme team as well. You can see not the best catcher all around, but all of his route running is amazing. He's going to be fine. Gift wrapped is broken, as you guys know. Darius Hayward base Christmas card had the worst catching stats ever, and he caught everything. Marquise Brown, not really much to say, man. Just a great budget card. By far the fastest in the game under this price range, so we'll take it. He's got to be on the list, and the first card we show. He is 160 right now, but I made this list on MUT.GG last night, and I was looking at the prices, and you could easily get him for 150. All of these Super Bowl cards as well. I did the math on the sets. You could easily build these for 140 or 150 by sniping them, and they're all some of the best cards in the game. So I know it says 160, but like I said, most of his sells are 150. You can see that's been up for a little bit and hasn't sold, but he is by far, there's no other quarterback in the game right now, unless you're super brand new. Maybe I'd go with Andrew Luck's 93, but right now there is no quarterback better than Doug Williams for this price. He is a top 5 quarterback in this game. A top 5 quarterback in this game that you can get for 140, 150k. That is insane to think about. You do probably still want the token on him, but even without the token, you could still get the God Stack for 8 AP. He still has the best release in the game, good speed, all of his stats above 90. I mean, there's not much to say about Doug. And like I said, I can't really show it because I'm in the auction house. But if you get the token on him, you get the stack for 6 AP, and then you have 3 left over. I mean, Doug's got to be on the squad, man. By far the best budget quarterback in the game. And like I said, still probably a top 3, top 4, top 5 quarterback all around in the entire game. All right, boys, I know most of you guys watching my videos already know about Julius Peppers, but there still might be some newer people in the building or people that just picked up the game. Maybe, I don't know if it's on Game Pass. I know it's a lot cheaper now. I saw it was 15 bucks on the game store the other day. So maybe people are new and they're seeing Julius Peppers is still one of the best users. And yes, it is a safety card. He is 70k for a 6'7" user. I know he's not the craziest fast in the world, but you are getting good speed or you're getting good height. The fastest users right now, I guess you could say, are actually like 95. Like all the safeties and linebackers are around 95. I think Leo Chanel is 96 speed. But at the end of the day, I would still take the height, especially for how cheap you're getting him. 70k and you could still ball out with him. You will feel the speed a little bit when you're playing the 98, 99 speed receivers or tight ends in the game. But at the most part, he's going to ball out. And if you have a good user, regardless, you can make up for the lack of speed with the good user and also height control. 0 AP lurk artist, all you really need on him, man. He's still a dog, still playing all the way to you. I play against this card a lot, and you'll try to tell, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'll see him, and then I'll be like, oh, that's an old card. I'm throwing at him, and then he grabs him, man. That 6'7" is so, like, it gets you. It definitely gets you as a passer. All right, boys, and by far the best budget kicker in the game. Although Harrison Butker has the exact same kick power, and he's also under 150k, Jason Myers is like 60k cheaper, and he has the exact same kick power. If any of you guys are new to Madden or do not know, maybe you've been playing Madden, you do not know, the only stat that matters on kicker is literally kick power. That is the only stat. Kick accuracy will make it a little bit harder to time, but it's really like a skill gap thing, I guess. Once you get it down, you get it down. He also gets the abilities to slow it down as well. So Jason Myers easily, and also he gets a bunch of team chems times 2 Seahawks if you are running that theme team. But at the end of the day, I think kicker, I know it's boring. I know this is a very boring pick, but if if you've played Madden for a long time, you know kickers can win you and lose you games. You always regret it. I mean, you never really think about getting a kicker until you regret it last second when you can't hit that one before half or even to win the game at the end. Oh, my dog, Ryan Neal. This is another guy that you could run at user as well, like Julius Peppers. But I think for the most part, when you compare him to other safeties in this price range, he's probably still a guy you want to play up top. I believe he gets mid-zone for 1 AP as well. So you could play him at user realistically, but 6'3", 95 speed. That is about as good as you're going to get for this price tag. And also 91 player, 90 pursuit, 90 man, 95 zone. This card was definitely before his time. The one thing that does suck with these 94s is they only get 1 discount. But like I said, you probably only want your mid zone or your deep out zone regardless on him anyways. And like you could use him too. If you want him and Peppers, you'd have you'd have a 6'3" and a 6'7" guy in the box. 2 very solid cards. Maybe you're just looking for some budget users all around. I mean, I don't know. Ryan Neal, you can literally play. You can play him in the slot, too. You can substitute him in every game. Mid-zone for 1 is still very good. Although we're getting it for 0 on some of the high-end cards. For a budget card, that is not bad at all. He was one of the first guys to get it discounted in the entire game. Boys, I think this is by far the best DB you can get for this price tag. By far. It's not even close. Mr. Herb Adderley. He still plays on a lot of people's team. He played on my team for a fat minute. Still goes in that Super Bowl theme team. Packers is also like a top 3, top 4 theme team in the game currently right now. He is 96 speed, 6'1", so good height on him, great stats across the board, and he also gets deep zone KO for 2 AP, and also pick artist, I believe. Yeah, deep zone KO and pick artist for a combined 2 AP. For under 150K, that is absolutely insane. He is definitely cornerback 1. You need to go grab him on your team. If I had to really pick 3 cards so far off this list, and honestly looking at the rest of the list, Adderley is definitely in the top 3. Doug Williams and probably that Marquise Brown, man. I'm telling you, this is a very valuable card. A lot of these Super Bowl cards, now that they're under 150K, are some of the best budget cards by far in the game, and he's probably number 1. All right, boys, I know, like I said, this is kind of the same situation with Doug Williams I showed you earlier. You could build these cards for under 150K, and also when I looked at it, he was around like 149. He is probably the more expensive Super Bowl 95, but I think he is so valuable, and he also still plays on my God Squad currently until we get the free one from the past. If you guys do not know, Andrew Whitworth with the token, it's safe if you don't want to use the token on Doug, or even without the token, I believe he still gets secure for 1. But at the end of the day, I still think he's one of the most valuable. Secure for 0 with the token. That's what I would personally do, and then just use Doug Williams normally and then fill out the rest of your team regardless. I think secures are becoming some of the most valuable things in the game, and Andrew Whitworth, he's valuable, man. He really is. Hopefully you guys have at least 1 of those tokens. Some people might have 2, but if you're watching a Budget Beast video, I don't expect you to have 2 at the end of the day. So you're going to be choosing between Whitworth and also our guy, Doug Williams. I think Whitworth probably is the guy you want to slap it on because Doug, maybe some of you guys don't use Howard Master, or maybe some of you guys don't care about that extra 2 AP. You got to have Big Wit on the team. And I forgot about this card. I said my top 3 already under the budget, and honestly, I forgot about Matabike. And also, he was free last season if you did the 94 set. It was all the way at the end, so hopefully you guys got this card for free. But even now, if you didn't get the chance to play last season, I think it was that season 3, season 4. I always forget, mess up the seasons. But Matabeast is still under 100K easily. You saw there was one sitting there for 99K. He is 88. No one cares about the speed. The only reason why Matabike is good, obviously stats-wise, he is still good. All of the main ones are above 90. Even has 96 strength, 96 block shed. He gets unstoppable force for 1 AP, where it is turned on for literally, like, I would say like half of the game out there. He is a dog, by far the best, or not one of the best, but the best budget X Factor guy you can get out there. I think Sap is around this price range too if you wanted another one, but Matabeast, this is old news, but still, if you're new to the game, man, you need an edge rusher, he is by far the best you can get for this price. I have another one for you guys, and actually, he's one of the cheaper guys right here. Another Super Bowl card. The Super Bowl kind of is dominating these budget beasts in that range of like 100, 150K. MVS was one of the best wide receivers in the game, like literally, like, it felt like a month. I mean, it probably was like a month ago at this point, but he was still a very good card. Super Bowl theme team. He is 6'4", so the tallest guy you're going to get on this list, while also maintaining good speed right there. You pair him up next to your Marquise Brown, and I also have another wide receiver for you guys on this list. You have a great wide receiver core that you spent under 500K on, which is absolutely insane to think about, and you could really rock with these cards and beat every God Squad out there. Obviously, I'm a big believer in, I mean, obviously, if you have a great squad, it's 2 equal players, you're going to win, but a great scheme with these budget cards, you could really beat almost everybody in the game. I mean, 6'4", 96 speed, like I said, he was a top 3 receiver in the game, literally not even a month ago. He's still a dog, still very cheap. Go grab him. And probably my favorite budget running back. I know CMC, a lot of people like him in the game, but I personally think I like Terrell Davis a little bit more. And also, I think you could use Justin Reed because the safeties are pretty bad at that 150K range. So I'd probably rather use Justin Reed over there. So when we look at Terrell Davis, I actually like him. Also, probably not using the token on him because we've already mentioned that with Whitworth and Doug Williams. So I'm not even going to bring the token up. He still gets a solid card all around. I mean, you're getting 90 carry, which is great. You're still not going to, you'll be fine with that. I know it seems a little low, but you're completely fine with it. He has 96 change of direction, 92 trucking, 95 break tackle. He's 211 pounds. He also is going to get Super Bowl team. You can honestly, with a lot of these budget cards, build a 25 Super Bowl team and get +1 speed on a lot of these guys. And I think this is a good card to get it. I believe one of his abilities, if I'm not mistaken, does he get jukebox for 0 or 1? I can't remember what his abilities were, but I remember Terrell Davis being one of the more popular cards in the game. I remember a lot of people even going back from CMC all the way to Terrell Davis. And like I said, I value Justin Reed a little bit more if you're a no money spent team because of the lack of safeties, but Terrell Davis, I think, is for sure the best running back option down here. And another great budget option. This is a card that I believe there was 293 free cards you can get in that combine strategy pass, or not the strategy pass, the field pass. So you were able to get Leggett for free. Also, maybe if you haven't finished that pass, you could still get this card for free. I'm just going to click this one because the other one might get bought right there. But when you look at him, he gets every single team chem. So another guy just like our guy, Marquise Brown earlier in the video, he's going to get every team chem in the game, but this time you are losing -1 speed, but you are 6'3", so you have another big wide receiver to put next to MVS, fit in with your Marquise Brown as well, and then you're only losing 1 speed, and he has much better stats too. I mean, you're getting 90 short running, 93 medium. I know he doesn't have the craziest spec and the craziest deep, but I honestly got to use this card when I was rocking Combine, and I actually liked him. He played very, very good for me. You can go back and watch when we had him. He played next to some God Squad wide receivers like Darius Hayward-Bay and Julio, and he held his ground, man. This is a solid card. Definitely could fit any theme team. You could plug and play him anyway. Boys, there's the budget beast. Like I said, I haven't done that in 2 months, so let me know if you guys want to continue to see them. I know they aren't as popular late in the year because there's not as many new players, but like I said, I saw the game is pretty cheap right now at $15 for, you know, how late it is in the year. Maybe there are some new playable, and I've also seen a lot of comments, so I definitely wanted to update this for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully we get some good weekly wild cards tomorrow. We got Sugar Rush on Thursday, man. Turn on those noties. It's gonna be a fun week, dude.